Hey guys, what's up? It's Cade. So it's like May now, and this is probably about the third video I've made for 2011, so I'm not exactly living up to my resolution. Um, but yeah, a lot of stuff's happened. In March, my father passed away, and it hit me pretty hard. I didn't really think it would, because we weren't that close, but it did. Um, but yeah, bouncing back from that, and still seeing the girl that I started seeing at the end of January, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about all that, actually, quite a bit, rather. But I guess I was just thinking I would just randomly make videos. A funny thing happened to me yesterday. It was Mother's Day, and I like that I'm not upset or anything about this, but I think it's kind of a funny story. But so I was out with my mom, and we were at this mall, and she ran into this friend of hers that apparently I met before, but I met her maybe once, so I don't remember her at all. But anyways, my mom introduced me as, this is my son who used to be my daughter, and it just shows that sometimes in the moment the best thing to do is just stay quiet, because I've always said throughout my videos and stuff that I think you have to try to be patient, and even though as trans people we feel connected to the gender on the inside more than the outside, you have to be patient, because all of us are in transition. I think essentially that's what life is for everybody, is transition. It's just that we have a different path than most. But you have to allow people that are around you and in your life, and that genuinely care about you. They're still going to make mistakes, and they're going to mess up or whatever. Especially for me, because I transitioned later in life. So anyways, when my mom said that, I didn't get offended or anything, because it's just my mom. Like, I love her to death. Anyways, when the lady was leaving, she kind of, my mom is like 73 and she's recovering from an operation, so she's kind of frail right now. So, but the woman went to leave, and she came up and she kind of like smacked me in the arm like it was my fault for not calling my mom out on that. And she said, Joan, my mom's name, Joan, you got to stop introducing him as your son that was your daughter, because I would have never known, and it's really nobody's business or whatever. And my mom was like, yeah, but the thing of it is I don't get to tell very many people that, and I'm so proud of him. It's so amazing what he's done, and you're one of the few people that I could share that with, and I knew that, you'd be okay with it or whatever. And I just sat there and I just felt like so happy. I was just like, man, my mom rocks, and she like bought me a couple of t-shirts, and telling the lady, I guess when she bought them, like, oh, my son's this big or whatever, and do you think this t-shirt would look nice? The guys like that wear these kind of t-shirts and stuff, and they're nice. They're really nice t-shirts, so totally stoked. So yeah, love my mom. It was Mother's Day. I guess since my dad passed too, I try really hard to just give as much attention as I can to the people around me. You don't know how long anyone's ever going to be here, and we kind of just take it for granted. And we also put a picture in our heads of the person in that day and say, that's who they are, that's who they've always been. And it's just not true, I had a perception of who my father was, and then when he passed, I had the opportunity to go through a lot of his pictures and just check out, how he lived and what was around him every day. And I was never really connected to my dad, but it really kind of surprised me, and I saw this whole other side to him. And I had spent a bit of time with his brother, who's 81, and he was telling me stories of things that they did, road trips and stuff when they were younger. And I have this whole new sense of who my dad really was, and I'm sad that I didn't really get to know that part of him. So that's basically kind of what I've been reflecting on, and since I really have no other inspiration, I just thought I'd share that with you. Alright, hope everything's well in everyone's world, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.